Alright, hi everyone. So I'm kind of halfway through my vacation now, so I figured I'd do another little video update as I did some exploring through the forest. Yeah, I've just come to this area where it's really quiet, and I've discovered this path, so I'm gonna go do some exploring. No, I'm not going that way, I'm going this way. So yeah, I just figured I'd go do some exploring and we'll see what we can see. I don't know if we'll bump into any wildlife or not. Oh, yeah, actually, whilst I'm passing, I don't know if you'll be able to see through the trees there at all, but can you make those buildings out? Yeah, those are the basic accommodation. Oh, actually, you can probably see better from here. Yeah, those are the normal villas that you get. They're kind of like breeze blocky type things, and there's some there as well. They're actually the normal accommodations that have been here for years. They're still really good though, they're still really nice. I've stayed in them myself a couple of times and they're really good. There's quite a lot of space in there for what there is, and you know, TVs in every room and showers and whatnot, everything you'd need. But yeah, they're still really nice accommodations. Let's see, and if I sound out of breath it's because I've been walking for quite a while and it's quite hilly terrain every now and again. I'm going downhill now, but yeah, it has been quite hilly. A couple of steps as well in the village centre. Where are we going? Coppice Woodlands, or is it Copice Woodlands? I'm not sure. Do I want to go that way? It's over there. No, I'm not going that way because I can see there's a perimeter fence over there of the park, so I don't think there's going to be much over there. And yeah, and actually there's a sign there requesting that you don't go over there because of ash dieback disease. They're trying to keep that under control as much as they can, so I'm just going to continue following this route. Oh yeah, if anybody does come the other way, I'm deliberately going to stop the video just because I don't want to film people if they, if they don't want to be filmed. It's just kind of a nice thing to do, polite. So yeah, here we are walking through the woods. Now, oh, actually this is interesting. Okay, you see these things on the right here that are sticking up? Do you know what they are? Well, they're actually firefighting tools. Yeah, when these parks used to be opened, oh yeah, I should actually say I'm at this place called Parcs, and there's a couple of them in the UK and there's quite a lot of them in the Netherlands and across Europe. But yeah, when this place first opened in the 80s, it was actually expected of guests that if a fire did break out, or I don't know, if somebody lit a barbecue and it got out of control, the guests were actually expected to help put out the fires. Obviously that isn't expected now, though I imagine if anybody did grab one, the help would be appreciated until the fire brigade got here. But yeah, that's what guests were expected to do, from what I remember. And don't forget, this was 80s and early 90s, so yeah, there was none of this. But I'm not trained on how to use those. Yeah. Grab a firefighting tool and get swinging. Alright, let's see, which way do I go? Okay, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go this way, and I've just noticed this. Can you see that? There's like a cable. Oh, that's interesting. I'm guessing this is some kind of activity that they do. And yeah, you might be able to see just ahead of me there, just quickly going. Yeah, there's more people, so obviously this is kind of a popular biking route. I actually might come down here on my bike later on because it's kind of nice. Alright, that over there is the perimeter fence of the park. Now, there is one thing I've noticed, it's a really lovely day today, and I haven't seen much wildlife, which is odd because I have seen tons of bunny rabbits hopping about. I've seen deer whilst I've been here, and literally hundreds of squirrels, but I haven't seen much today, and I don't know if it's because it's the heat, it's really, really warm today. So, I don't know, maybe they're all in the shade. Who knows? Oh yeah, and also if you hear like a rumbling noise, there's an RAF base nearby, and the jets there have been quite active today, so I'm guessing they're doing some kind of training exercise. But that's not too bad. It's also kind of cool when they fly low over the forest. It's pretty awesome, I've got to say. Although kind of scary when you're out by the pool and then all of a sudden you see a jet fighter banking towards you, and it looks like something's been eaten. Yeah, like I say, this is a wild forest, you know. All the animals here are wild, and there are some quite big birds of prey here. I mean, there's owls, there's kestrels as well, so yeah, they will go for each other. No question about that. Actually, that reminds me, one of the activities I did was something called an outing with owls, and I didn't get any video of that. I did get a photo, but I don't know if I'll be uploading that one, of me holding a giant European owl, and that thing was huge. I've got to say, it was enormous. If I can, and if I'm okay with my editing abilities, I'll show you a picture of them, but otherwise, go look up a European owl. They're enormous, and it was awesome. I like the eyes on them, big eyes. Alright. Okay. Otherwise, I've mainly just been relaxing, like going for walks, unwinding, using the sauna that's in the accommodation, and yeah, that is quite an awesome thing. What else have I been doing? To be honest, I've not really been doing much, and it sounds like I haven't had much fun on this holiday, but every time I come here I do make a point of just sitting back and unwinding, and I've got a feeling this is going to take me back to the main road, so I think I might cut the video here and go back the other way and maybe try an alternative route. And I'm just going to pause, some people are coming. Okay, I was right, that way takes you back to the main road, if you can call it that, but I found this way, so I'm going to go see what I can find down here. And yeah, from the looks of it, I don't think you'll pick this up, but there's a lot of tyre tracks from bikes, so I'm pretty sure this is what you would consider a trail you can go on. What to talk about? Okay, let's talk about some games I've been playing recently, since that's kind of mainly what this channel is for. I've been playing a lot of my Vita recently, and I know there's the joke about, oh, it has no games. Sorry, but yeah, it does. Which way, left or right? I think I'm going to go left. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, I got PlayStation Plus about, I don't know, 2 years ago. And when they started doing all those games with it, and they included the Vita on there, I've got to say, I've got more games for the Vita now than I have time to play. Recently I've been playing Rayman Origins, and I have to admit, I didn't really like that game at first, but getting into it now, that game is a lot of fun. Really like the platforming in that, the character designs and the level design. Really good game. Really fun. And oh yeah, I downloaded Coconut Dodge for free. It's just a nice fun game, quite short, probably beat it in a couple of hours, but yeah, it's quite fun. Oh yeah, and Velocity Ultra. Now, I think that's it, Velocity Ultra. That's actually a remake of a PSP game. God, that game is awesome. It's a really fun game. And I also played Virtue's Last Reward. I think the full title is Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. And that is one heck of a gripping story. I don't want to spoil too much for you, but if you've heard of the game before called 999, I think its full title is something like 9 persons, 9 doors, 9 rooms, something like that. And it's very similar to that. Some of the characters that appear in that game appear in this one, and you're basically trapped in this complex and you have to try and solve puzzles to get out. but it's a bit more complicated. There's betrayals going on, and oh, okay, I don't know if you'll be able to see him, but down there, see that? Little pheasant. How pretty. Oh, and you can see it hopping up there is a squirrel. Wow. I'm always amazed at how quickly squirrels can climb up things. So yeah, that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about how there are wild animals running around the forest, and I don't mean wild as in wild, beastly, but you know, none of these animals are domesticated. They're all wild, they're all born free, they live here, and you just might see some every now and again. I don't know if we'll bump into the deer. I don't think we're going to be that fortunate, but it is a lovely little deer that lives in the forest somewhere. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Vita games. Yeah. What else have I been playing? Oh yeah, I picked up a Little Big Planet for the Vita. I haven't played that yet, but I really want to get on with that soon. PS3 games, I've been playing The Last of Us. That is amazing. Guys, if okay, which way do I go now? Right or left? I'm gonna go left. This is more through the forest and off the beaten track. Oh, actually, I'm just going to pause. Okay, back again. Yeah, I didn't realise this path actually takes me very close to various accommodations, so I'm going to keep my voice down a bit, try not to disturb people if they're out enjoying themselves. What was I saying? Oh yeah, PS3 games. Last of Us, that game is incredible. I don't think it's as good as all the hype and all the perfect 10s that have been given, but damn is it close. It is up there, definitely. One thing I will say, if you have been waiting for a survival horror game that is genuinely scary, if you've been like one of these people that have been waiting, saying, oh, I wish they'd make a Resident Evil game that's as scary as insert title here, go and play The Last of Us. Now I will admit, it doesn't start off scary. Even when you first encounter the infected, it's not that scary, but once you reach I think it's an office, it's either a hotel or an office building in the city, and you encounter the clickers, oh my goodness, that is scary. Yeah, it does get really scary later on. What else was I playing? Oh yeah, Metal Gear Rising. I picked that one up, give that a go. It's fun. It's I didn't really like the story. In fact, I was skipping chunks of the codec calls just because the story I just thought was a bit ridiculous. And I don't mean ridiculous but to give you an idea, even for a Metal Gear plot and story, it was just ridiculous. Sorry, I know there's going to be some people that are like, oh, it's a brilliant story. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It did get a bit silly. But the music, the boss fights, they were amazing. The whole cut your enemies up, though, did get a bit boring at times, but yeah, really worth it for the boss fights and the music. What else? Oh yeah, I got BioShock Infinite as well recently. I got that cheap, got it second hand pretty cheaply, and I'm glad I did. BioShock Infinite is, to be honest, not that good. The story is okay. It gets a bit simple once you wrap your head around the whole quantum mechanics thing. Yeah, I get it. There's everything you do doesn't really matter. There's alternative outcomes for everything you do. There's alternative realities, etc, etc. Yeah, I get it. What are you going to do with that? Oh, yeah. The shooting as well in it wasn't that great, and the figures, to be honest, I didn't really see much point in them. I mean, I had them in the first two BioShocks. I would use them like crazy. I would help set I would set traps with them. That's one thing as well that I hated. With the first two BioShocks, you could set traps and sort of plan what you were going to do. This one, it was kind of enter a room, enemies there, and then you just have to shoot your way out and maybe use vigors for either distraction or to stun enemies. But yeah, kind of disappointing in that regard. Although I did like the city of Columbia. I kind of liked that, but yeah, there were some parts of it which I didn't like. There's a racism angle in there, which, yes, it's kind of disturbing and shocking, though I think it would be more disturbing if it wasn't like, you know, oh, we're doing this against people who are basically not white. I think it would kind of be more shocking if it was the fact that they did it to people who just didn't agree with them, or sort of didn't follow the prophet, as he's called. And yeah, so yeah, I wasn't that impressed with it. It was okay, but nowhere near as good as the critics were raving. And yeah, if I sound out of breath, it's because I'm walking uphill and it's kind of hot and tiring. What else can I talk about? Okay, I think I'm just going to pause the video now so I can gather my thoughts a little bit. And squirrel. And yeah, just kind of think of some things to talk about. Okay, I'll see you in a little while. Okay then, so back again, still walking along this trail. Actually, yeah, I just realised E3 came and went recently, didn't it? Stuff I'm looking forward to from that. I suppose I should start with the obvious one, Sonic Lost World. To be honest, I'm not that excited for it. And I'll say now, I don't own a Wii U, and with the state it's currently in, I have no intention at all of buying one. Why aren't I that excited about it? Well, there's one of the levels they keep showing. It's the it's not called the Green Hill level, but it's you know, it's that green hillish level, and there's all the sheep on there. Every time I see people playing that, and I fully admit this might be because I'm not the one controlling it, I feel really dizzy and sick. I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that the camera moves so quickly. I mean, example, it kind of goes like this. Ooh, you know, and if you're not ready for that, and if you're not aware of which direction it's going in, it does make me feel a bit motion sicky. And I've not been the only one to complain about this. I've seen other people mention it as well. And I don't particularly like the whole, the current tagline is, Sonic was considered really fast and people were crashing into things. And it was people complaining, like he would fly off into a pit or crash into a wall. Without sounding too arrogant, try not to be bad at the game. Okay, let's go up this hill. Yeah, I thought the whole idea of Sonic games was that you practice on them and get better over time. And yeah, that somebody would argue, well, but that's not good if you have to memorize the level. But isn't that kind of the point of some levels, that you do memorize them? I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I've been playing Rayman Origins, and there's certain stages where you're chasing a treasure chest that's alive, and you definitely have to memorize the level for some of those stages. But yeah, I'm not that interested in it, and I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me and maybe I'll enjoy it when I actually get my hands on the system, because like I said, I kind of do think that it's because I'm not controlling it, which is why I don't like it that much. What else was there that looked good? Oh yeah, Dark Souls 2. I love the look of that one. That's looking great. Oh yeah, there's a game for the PlayStation 4 called Knack. I cannot decide if I like it or not. Sometimes I see footage of it and it looks terrible. Other times I see footage and it looks really good. So I might have to keep my eyes on that one. As for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox 360, yes, I am aware that Microsoft have changed the DRM policy, but to me it's too little too late. That, and the thing with some companies is that, oh my god, look. Oh my god. Right, now what do I do? Hello. Wow. So yeah, remember when I said probably won't see any deer? That was unexpected. You can still hear him, he's in the bushes somewhere. Wow, that was really unexpected. Okay, I'm just going to pause because some people are coming by. Okay, a bit quieter now, and we've left the deer to do whatever it is the deer does. Okay, Microsoft. Microsoft is a company, and another good example of a company that does this kind of thing would be Facebook. They announce stuff which is really stupid and unpopular with people, and then they go back on it. They completely do a 180, but then they reintroduce parts of it, and eventually you get what you had originally. And with Facebook, an example I can give of this is, do you remember when there was all that controversy about the whole if people liked stuff, it would appear on your page that your friend likes this or whatever, and you know, people would effectively be advertising stuff like products and things. I can't remember the exact details, but it was something like, say your friend liked I don't know, Coca-Cola. It would appear on the right in the adverts like so-and-so likes Coca-Cola, click here if you like it too. And that kind of annoyed people, and they got rid of it, and then they slowly brought it back in because you know, they kind of brought it in piece by piece, so it wasn't as big of a change. So yeah, Microsoft tends to do that as well with stuff. So I'm not going to rush out and get an Xbox One, which is a terrible name. Left or continue on? I'm going to continue. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to rush out and buy an Xbox One. PlayStation 4, good gosh. You certainly can't fault Sony's conference. It was quite incredible. In fact, I actually did pre-order the PlayStation 4 immediately after the conference, and then I cancelled it. Why did I do that? Well, there were a couple of reasons. First of all, I would be pre-ordering a console and then have to buy a game immediately afterwards. And to be honest, the current games they've announced for it don't exactly blow me away. Don't get me wrong, Killzone looks fantastic, Knack looks kind of okay in parts, and Infamous Second Son, I'm quite sure I would enjoy that one, but yeah, nothing blows me away just yet. I'm kind of waiting for that, but I think probably if I do get a next-gen console, it will be the PS4. Just a question of when. So yeah, not sure what else to talk about. Wow, just looking at my time, I've gone on for quite a while now. Okay, I think I might end this video now and just continue on my walk. I suppose I could walk through this like meadow place and go over there. So yeah, let's go down here. Okay. Yeah, it looks like this has been quite a popular route with some people. It's kind of a nice open area. Like the flowers. Alright then, so yeah, I think there's actually something sat just ahead of me in the path there. What is that? Is that a bunny rabbit, or is it just a pigeon, or I'm not sure what it is. Actually, I'll get over there and it'll be a plastic bag or something. I think it's a pigeon. It's either a pigeon or a bunny. Yeah, I can't tell because I've got quite bad eyesight, and yeah, I can't see from this distance very well. I think it's a pigeon. That's exciting. But yeah, this was an interesting walk. We've heard jet fighters, we've seen squirrels and pheasants, we saw a deer, and yep, that was a pigeon. Oh, I was kind of hoping it would be a bunny, but yeah. Yeah, there's loads of bunnies around my accommodation. They usually come out when it gets near night time. So yeah, I'll probably see some rabbits before the end of my vacation. And again, I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to upload this, probably when I get home, because whilst I've got the internet here, it's not very fast and it does take a while, and I'm going to have to edit this quite a lot. Alright then, so I think I'll get to the top of this hill, and unless there's anything interesting up here, I think I will bring this video to a close. Okay, what's over this log? A bath! Hooray! Okay guys, I think I will end this video now. Thanks very much for watching, and if you've made it through my epically long ramble, congratulations! Take 10 points. Thanks very much for watching, and I'm now going to decide which way to go. Probably that way, because I think my accommodation is somewhere over there. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and see you again next time. Goodbye. Hoppity hop. Hippity hippity.